Hello and welcome to Baka-Talk, the show where we talk about anime, manga, and whatever the heck we want to on the internet. I am Sir Boom, your host, and I'm joined by Pyrolus.
Hello.
And also Wheeze,
Hey, I'm eating a cookie.
that is currently eating a cookie. I knew you were going to do that as soon as you got up and got water.
Yeah. There's a good cookie.
May I just mention that I'm really disheartened right now because Wheeze is sitting so far away from me. He's usually like right next to me, like in
He
touching
is
range.
sitting as far away as the restraining order demands.
He's usually in touching range.
That's
Now I can't
exactly
touch
why
him.
he's sitting that far
Let
away.
me touch you.
No.
We talked about this, Pyrolus, we talked about this.
No.
The court decided you guys had to stay
The court can
further
suck
than-
my tooth today.
Anyway, so welcome to Baka-Talk. We have a really cool episode for you all today.
That
We-
me and Wheeze know nothing about so far.
Yeah, it's a
do we
surprise.
do we really have a cool episode?
You might have seen, because I didn't realize my screen was so far out.
I didn't see it.
Is it cool like Cool Whip?
It's going to be fun for you guys, I think.
Earlier, while you're typing it, you reminded me of me when I was watching High School DxD. My parents just randomly barged in my room, so I closed my laptop lid.
I had that happen for Redo of Healer.
I was like watching Konosuba on the trip to Wyoming.
Oh, that would be fun.
Nice.
Yeah.
Especially if your brother leaning over.
No, I was in the backseat by myself.
Oh, okay.
He's whipping her panties around. Nothing is going on here.
Nah,
Is that a
that's the
flag in
fine
his
part.
hand? Oh, that's not a flag.
Yeah, that's a flag. Steal. Oh,
Anyways, yeah, we have a cool episode. It is not our 1 year anniversary exactly, but just last episode we had our 1 year anniversary. So
yeah.
Let's go.
congratulations, everybody! You
Did you
made
buy
it
me
1
a
year.
present?
Yay. No.
No, I did not get you a present yet. I have to figure that out really quick. Eventually, at some
For
point.
our anniversary?
You
Yeah.
can just give us all the manga on your shelf.
No,
Let's go.
No,
Can we have an anniversary cake?
Sure, we can do that. Nothing can pop out of it now.
Oh. Can I wear a dress and be carried around like the pretty little princess I am?
We're not celebrating you.
I will
We
hire
just need-
people to carry you around. Yes.
We need to hire someone to cosplay Baka-chan and then just treat her like a queen for the day.
Can we do that? Can we hire a VTuber to do that?
And then just like carry
They're
her around.
digital.
And
How
be
are we
like,
going to pick them
"Yay,
up and carry them
Baka-Talk."
around?
A Michigan VTuber, just invite her over because it's so digital, you know. it
Do you
should
know
work
any
out.
Michigan VTubers?
I can find some.
We can talk about it later.
Okay.
Anyways, I have a special event that we're doing for this episode. What we're going to be doing is we are going to be talking about, well, it's somewhat of a game, okay?
Ooh.
I have a set of questions. Some of them are preference questions, and some of them are quiz questions.
This has become a visual
Ooh.
novel dating sim. Do you prefer glasses or glasses with a swimsuit?
So
does
many
appear in Chaos
questions.
That exact question appears in Chaos Head.
So many questions.
Anyways, so yeah, some of these questions are extremely stupid because I was writing them up quickly, and some of them are actually really good because for some reason I'm smart sometimes.
Nice.
So yeah. The main thing is, I was trying to think of a reward, but since some of these questions are more preference questions, I can't think of a reward that would reward you guys enough.
Get me
Yeah.
a cat girl.
That's impossible, dude. You
No,
have
it's
to talk
not.
to Elon Musk.
Talk to Elon Musk.
I can't
have
talk
him
to Elon
sponsor us.
Musk.
Have him sponsor us. Get me a cat girl pronto.
So anyways, these questions
ignored
are, I'm ignoring you.
I know.
These questions are related to previous episodes that we have done as well.
Oh, dang.
So you guys have done top 10 lists about some, if not most of these questions.
Yikes.
So you guys either have
See
to
if I
remember your
remember
old
'em.
answer, or you're just gonna have to come up with one off the top of your head.
Do you have what our old answers are? or
Nope.
no? Okay.
I have enough time to do that research.
Our
so-
listeners can find out. Go listen consume the other episodes.
So yeah, if people want to join in, you can leave your answers in the comment section of YouTube.
Let's
Yeah.
go.
So
This
you
has
can
been
go over
YouTube.
to our YouTube channel, which is Baka-Talk Studios, and leave a comment on this episode.
Or you can like email us every single time. Like, I think it's this one, send email. Then I think it's this one, send email. Then I think it's this one, send
Well,
email.
they're listening to the episode.
Or you
I
could
would do
group
that.
it all together into one email. That,
No,
that
they have
also
to.
would
They have to
work.
release it like
Before
separately.
Oh,
know it.
dang.
Yeah. Every single time. They have to
Dang.
pause their podcast, write out the email, Dear Sir and Mrs. Baka-Talk.
Wow.
Comment your whether or not you got it right down below. Feel free to give yourself points. And if you get a 10 out of 10, I'll weasel kiss your cheek.
Oh,
Yes.
we can put a little heart on your comment.
Yes.
Weasel kiss your cheek.
Wait, you just don't do that for every comment? Is that like a special thing you give people?
Yeah.
Well, you can
Oh.
like
when
give
you're
it for
when you
everyone really
don't
small.
get any comments, then everyone gets it.
But when you get like
When everybody gets a heart, no one gets a heart.
when you get like 100 comments every time, then it's like
Yeah. That's
Yeah,
when I'll
that's
just be
true.
like, this one isn't a hate comment, so I'll heart this one.
no, you heart the hate comments.
Oh, that's
Oh.
true, yeah.
I forgot to tell Weez something. I had my first achievement for YouTube.
What's that?
I had to delete a porn link.
Nice.
It was on Look Behind You's YouTube channel. Somebody just like, as soon as I released it, they
Yeah,
liked
there's,
it
like,
and
bots.
left a comment, and I was like, this is a porn link. isn't it?"
Yeah.
Where'd the link go?
To a Snapchat.
What was the
Or not a
Snapchat?
Snapchat, but like the webcam
What was it?
site.
Mm.
Did you see anything interesting?
Yeah, it was just a full naked woman.
Red hair?
No.
Oh, they didn't do it right.
Was that you?
No.
But yeah, I had the same thing. It was just like a freaking bot's just like, here you go.
Yeah.
You'll also, there's a commenter thing that will go around that's like, hey, this is a great video. I'm gonna watch all your other videos. You should use this to sponsor and like help spread the word about your thing. I'm like, what?
Meanwhile, it's inside
also
danger, so-
deleted, so it only shows you the notification because I think YouTube knows it's a scam.
Okay, cool.
So then you go on, but like you'll see the notification for it. So then I looked it up and was like, what is this thing? It's a scam. It's just like bots your account
okay.
or whatever.
Cool.
So I'm like, cool.
Anyways, so let's begin. What is your current favorite character of all time in any anime?
Yato.
Well, that was quick. Why is Yato?
Because he's the main character of my favorite anime.
Okay.
He's a god. He's funny. I don't know. My number 2 is L. But yeah, Yato's hilarious. He carries the entire show, and he's got a great backstory.
Sweet. How about yours, Pyrolis?
Okabe Rentaro.
I knew that was going to be your answer.
Nice.
See, I was surprised by Weez's. 'cause
I
I wasn't
He talks
sure.
about it a lot.
But yeah, I was pretty sure yours was Okabe. Why is it Okabe?
I am mad scientist.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah,
He's great.
he is great.
He is great too because he looks super shallow from the beginning of the show. It's just like, oh, this guy's just being a goofball and weirdo, and then you find out like why he acts that way and everything. And you're like, oh.
Yeah.
And just the mental trauma he
Yeah.
goes through. It's
I also love how he foreshadows everything by like pretending to be insane,
Yeah.
and then actually like starts going insane because of what he's going through. Pretends to have all these like organizations after him, and then actually has all these organizations after him. I love that stuff. That
Is so cool. I do like how, like the first series, he's like pretending and stuff like that. Like you're saying,
That's kind of a Science Adventures thing.
yeah, Forte kind of.
The foreshadowing the characters pretend that something
yeah.
happens. Like, that one happened, then it happens.
Yeah, that's pretty great.
Yeah. All right, here's a quiz question for you. No cheating, so no looking up on Google. You guys should be able to answer this first quiz question very easily.
Okay.
Who always says, or who always ends their sentences with, I suppose?
Betty from
It would be
ReZero.
Betty,
Ding, ding,
yeah.
ding, ding, you got it.
Let's go.
I was thinking for a moment you said Dane, and I don't know why. 'Cause you said I suppose, not Dane.
How did you get
I don't
You
know.
just translated it in
You
in
said
your
I
head.
suppose, and I heard it Dane.
You're that meme. You're that meme with like the side picture of like the different blocks of information in somebody's head. They try to push the last block in their head, but it's too full, so it just falls out.
I was more of thinking I'm that one where it's the butterfly. I was like, this is a bird.
Oh yeah. Host says, I suppose. Done.
It's just like everything that he says, you're just like, JoJo.
Oh, that was great. That's why you gave me the blank look, wasn't it?
Yeah,
But
because
yeah.
I was like, did he just say
Betty
Dane?
Beatrice says, in Japanese, it's like Ikashida or something.
I don't remember what it is in well, I actually didn't watch it
It's
in
something
Japanese. So
something like Kashida. She
Yeah.
always ends her sentences in.
I think that sounds right for Japanese.
Yeah, something like that.
Anyways, so yeah, you guys, that one was the easiest one.
Let's go.
All right, next question. If you were an anime character, what color hair or hairstyle would you want? We'll start with Pyrolis.
All right, then. I don't know.
It is kind of tough.
Obviously, you gotta have
Because
like,
if you think about it, I'll explain the question a little bit more without trying to ruin the fun of it. Anime hairstyles just defy physics, right?
Yeah.
So you can have anything you want,
I know.
and you can have any color that you want. So, like, how would you want your hair to look?
I'm not sure. I feel like I'd like spiky white hair.
Spiky white hair. So, like,
Yeah.
are you talking, like, what's the character from Hunter x Hunter?
Oh, Killua?
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 It's kind of like his hair? Or...
Yeah, probably like his. Like, I don't
So,
want
like,
it, like
wild spiky.
I don't want a super wild spiky. Not like the main character. Like
Okay.
Gon's hair is all
Okay.
like. I'd like it more kind of like just like messy, in that like fancy messy way that
Yeah,
anime
I know what you're
does
talking
it.
about. So,
Where-
kind of like the long spike type hair?
Yeah, something like that. Like
okay.
kind of like Yukine kind of has that like messy kind of
Oh, yeah,
like thing.
yeah. It's kind of like that
It's like
matted
messy,
curly hair.
Yeah, but it like
Yeah.
stays in place.
Yep.
Probably like that, but white.
So, you want to go edgy.
Yeah.
Okay, makes
I'll
sense.
just be kind of geeky.
Yeah.
I'd probably just have very messy hair.
Just like mad scientist messy?
It'd just probably be very messy.
Okay, what color?
Whatever dye I accidentally fell asleep in that morning, I don't know.
Oh no, I took a nap in the pool of dye again.
Oh no, I accidentally fell asleep next to the electrical wires. I guess I got black hair now. My fault
That-
for leaving the time machine on.
So you're just
Oh,
gonna be
darn.
a character that's just like a parody of anime, where just every time you show up, your hair is a different color.
basically.
Oh,
That sounds
I want a
amazing.
comedy anime to do that.
That would be so great.
and then they just like reference it on the
And then
last
it's
episode.
like-
It's like, oh, I
yeah.
just dyed my hair.
yeah, it'd just be like, how do you change your hair? Or just be like, my hair changes.
My hair. What?
That'd be great.
Well, you see, I mix potions and stuff, and then stuff explodes, and then it turned orange.
Yeah, it's like I just wash my hair and then comes out like this.
Oh darn, I fell asleep in the bleach again. I guess there goes all my hair.
The other option is pink hair for me, but it would have to look good. It would have to not be like an annoying pink color.
So it had to be like that muted pink, right?
Yeah, probably
that not
something like
bright,
that.
but like the muted kind of
Yeah.
like darker pink. Okay, I could see that. All right, next question. This one's even stupider than the hair question. I'm so
Let's
proud of
go.
myself. Who is the hottest character in any anime you have ever seen?
Dio, obviously.
Oh man, yeah, probably Dio. Either
Okay.
Dio. Okay, there's also
I planned for this.
Makshima.
I planned for this.
Okay.
You're not allowed to say
Say
Dio.
Dio.
You didn't say that yet.
I was waiting for you guys to say Dio.
Oh.
I knew that was gonna be the
Um,
question, the answer.
There's like Makshima Shogo, L.
Your tastes in men are weird.
Let's see. Kiba's pretty handsome. Does this
Who?
have to be men or can it be women too?
It can be women. Why did you just think it was men? I
don't
said
know.
hottest character.
I heard hottest men in anime. Okay,
Okay.
that changes everything. Then we're basically gonna go. So there's Konako. There's Azuki. Let's see here. There's Ferris. Let's see. There's
You have to pick. Whoa, wait a second. You have to pick one.
there's
The-
too many small cat girls for this.
You have to pick one small cat girl as your hottest character in all anime.
Oh no. I might regret this later, but I'll go with Azuki for now.
Okay, who's
Who's
Azuki?
She's from Nekopara.
Oh, okay, I
Okay,
figured that.
cool.
She's the oldest of the cat girls.
Which
Nice.
means she's like 6 years old.
No, she's like
She's more like 2. She's got I don't usually like shorter hair, but it works on her. She's got like short hair with like twin tails.
Oh, okay, yeah.
And then she's like 4'8", 4'7", something like that. She got cute little chestnut like hair and ears.
Okay. Totally not.
I kind of
creepy
have
at
to
all.
go with like there's also who's the main guy character of Psychopaths?
Oh, the one that smokes a cigarette. all the
Yeah.
time?
Told you he was gay.
Let me look it up real quick.
See, there's not a lot of girls in anime that are find super hot. They're mostly like
That's fair.
They're mostly like cute.
Mizuki would be more of cute. Super hot.
As for hot, some of the guys are better in anime than the girls, in my opinion.
Well, honestly, most women in anime are just designed to look nice.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and they
But
look
men
too
are
fake a lot
rarely
of
designed to
times.
look extremely
Yeah, so they stand out more.
Yeah.
Whereas all the girls just kind of look the same.
pretty. Yeah. So like, I feel like when you hear
Did
the
you just
word
insult my waifu?
Yes.
when you hear the word like hottest character, you automatically just think about the characters that
Yeah.
like were like forced in your face to be
Yeah.
like hot, like
You know what blue-haired girl?
Shinya or
Yeah,
Shinya.
Shinya.
Kagame.
Yeah.
So yeah,
He's
he's pretty good looking.
Mr. Brown's pretty good looking. Not gonna lie.
Mr. Braun's daughter.
Whoa there, buddy! I think I hear
He does
the
like the child
FBI.
psychopaths. He likes child psychopaths. We confirmed
Yeah, I did
this.
have
That's
Kilo
true.
pretty high,
Yeah.
but probably him, I guess.
Mr.
All
Brown's
right, that
pretty
makes
good
sense.
looking.
All right, so
It changes depending on my mood. It would go from him to L to Makishima Shogo.
first things first, because I think Pyrolis just knows this off the top of his head. I'm going to give Weez the chance to answer this.
Okay.
So it's another quiz question. What does El Sai Kangaroo mean?
Oh, I don't know. Isn't it a Latin phrase?
It is possibly, I'll give you a hint, it's possibly Spanish or Latin.
I have no idea. I don't remember. I feel like I heard it at some point.
Okay. Do you know what it is meant to be in the anime? What is it used for?
It's like a goodbye code thing,
Okay.
I think. Yeah, that's all I got.
That's what you got? Okay. Pyrolis, what do you got?
As far as I'm aware, it's used to basically make sure that the person you're talking to is the person you're talking to.
Yeah.
El Sai Kangaroo. I don't know what Sai Kangaroo mean in Spanish, but El means the.
Uh-huh.
So then I'm assuming it's. I'm not sure.
So the definition is, so it was meant for a password
Yeah.
whenever he ended a telephone conversation.
Okay, yeah.
Specifically ended a telephone conversation. It is possibly a mixture of Spanish and Latin, and it could mean the minds agree or the mind is congruent.
I was thinking El Sai Mind.
Yeah.
Because I remember that.
Yeah.
Psi is like psychopath, like
But
mind.
I wasn't sure about Kangaroo.
Yeah. So kangaroo is like kind of agrees or congruent.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's cool. That makes sense.
Yep. That was probably the hardest one. Maybe.
Me.
We'll find out.
Next
Alright.
time on Dragon Ball Z.
All right. What weapon out of any anime would you want?
Ooh.
Has to be one. I mean, if it's like a dual set of weapons, I
Okay.
would take that. But
Probably the Dragon Longinus from high school.
okay,
The one Issei has. 'Cause
the one that like doubles his power.
yes.
Okay, that's
and
pretty sweet.
You can turn into a dragon if you want to train it enough.
See, that's a good one because it goes invisible. He has to summon it,
Mm.
so it's like not something you have to carry around.
As long as
So
I
it's
don't
pretty cool.
trade my hand to the demon.
Right, exactly.
But no, it just doubles your power infinitely.
But hey, if you do trade your hand to the demon, then you just have some hot demon lady just turn your hand back.
Suck on my fingers. But no, the only issue that would occur is you'd have to do a lot more training.
Yeah.
So if you're me being a human, I'd probably be limited by my technology of the time. But,
Mainly being alive.
yeah. But I could probably figure out some, or just, if that exists, more likely God, angels, and devils exist. So I'm like, sign me up to be a devil, sir.
Oh.
And I just, train my devil strength. then become a harem king. I'd basically become Issei Hiro, I guess.
Okay, he's just implying that anime exists once he has a
So-
weapon. So
Yes.
My choice would probably be a dominator. I was thinking through it because
That's a good
if you have a
choice.
dominator, you could just look at anybody and be like, "Oh, that guy might cause a crime. I'm gonna stay away from that person."
okay,
Like you could just point it at anybody and like know what their deal is and just be like, "Okay, that guy's
So-
like about to snap."
you wouldn't even use it as a weapon. You use it as a
Probably
as a
not. I mean,
preventative
I'd always
measure.
have like the stun thing like available. I would try not to just murder people in the streets because then you might get arrested.
Oh no, I accidentally murdered somebody.
But it's like, oh, I'm gonna stun him, and it's just like lethal eliminate. Oh crap! But that would probably be my other answer. Would either be like a regalia from Noragami.
Okay.
You just have this person that just like
but
can
then you
hang out
have a
with.
friend in a
Yeah,
weapon.
you have a friend and a weapon, and then when you like need the weapon, you can just be like, hey, and they turn into a weapon, and you have like this cool bond together, of, like fighting together.
I don't know.
And then when your friend accidentally trips an old person, you just about die.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Although if it works in the same way, it would be kind of rough because whenever they do anything bad, you're like cursed.
That's what I was saying. Like when your friend accidentally trips an old
Yeah.
person, you about
You're
die.
just like,
Not to
"Ah."
mention you gotta feed him, clothe him, pay for his expenses,
But I
listen
mean,
to him complain.
They can
You
also
might as well
just
own a
kind
gun
of-
at that point.
You might as well get married.
That's true.
Yeah. They can. It's pretty much like that, or having like a child. So there's kind of that kind of drawbacks. But if they were just kind of like a friend that would kind of do their own thing, and then if you needed them, you could just be like, you're going to a fair together, and someone like tries to beat you up, and you're just like, oh yeah, my friend's gonna turn into a freaking cannon.
It would be pretty sick that if you're like walking through like a Comic-Con, somebody goes to
Yeah.
mug you and like half your friends just turn into weapons and the other half just beats the crap out of the guy.
So that would be cool. The other option that would just be awesome as like a keepsake would be the legendary blade Chun Chun Maru.
Chun Chun Maru.
Oh heck yeah.
Just having the sword that just says Chun Chun Maru on it would be amazing.
The question is, extended or shortened version?
I think the shortened version because that's the one he actually uses.
I love it in the movie. He pulls it out and it's basically the size of a dagger.
Because when he tried to leave the store the first time, it was too long and he couldn't make it through the doorway. So it's just like, oh, we'll fix that for
Like,
you.
the easiest thing would be just to fold it, then go out.
Yeah. Oh man.
Yeah,
All right.
but probably Dominator would be my choice.
Cool. Let's see, what time is it? All right, we're doing pretty good on time. I think we'll finish this up pretty neatly.
Nice.
I have a couple more questions. So, what was the first scene in anime that made you cry?
This one's easy for me.
There's really only one scene that has actually made me cry
Yeah.
in anime. It was in G Gundam, the Master of the North, East, South, and West. Oh my goodness, man. I'm still trying not to tear up over it. Yeah, he's like, he basically sacrificed himself for his disciple, which is the main character of G Gundam. They're supposed to be like enemies fighting because brother like corrupted his mind, but then he like sacrificed himself. And then now there's no Master of the North, East, South, and or West.
Oh wow.
Dang.
Because he sacrificed himself for the main character. I'm like, no, why? Oh no, sad moment time. And that's probably the
Oh.
only time I cried.
Okay. The only time you've ever cried in anime.
Yeah, I mean, I've teared up a little, but like first time
Actually,
I've
like, cried.
actually
Yeah.
cried.
Okay,
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah, like there's been a lot of anime moments that have made me tear up, but only two that have really made me cry. And the first one was the ending of Code Geass.
Okay. That one didn't make me cry.
You saw it out of context.
I saw it out of
as a
context on
freaking
Facebook.
Spoiler. And I was like, no.
See, I experienced my first anime death with G Gundam.
Yeah.
After that, I got
okay.
used to it.
Yeah.
I was like, okay, nothing bothers me anymore. A good character just died. I
Yeah.
don't care.
You
But-
said there was two?
The other one is in Hunter x Hunter
Okay.
with the Komugi and Meruem.
Oh
moment.
yeah.
But, yeah.
That scene, just watching it out of context, makes you sad.
Yeah, it's
it's
really
rough.
sad. Both of those are like super build up moments where like everything led up to it and they're kind of like a surprise almost. So it's not like you're expecting them to die or that it's just they die suddenly.
Right.
It's like the way that they die and what their death means is what made it more emotional than just like good character dying and then
Yeah.
you're like, I like this person, but I'm not like it's
Right.
not like someone I actually know died.
Yeah.
No, I had that before. I was actually reading a Star Wars book, and like they took like 3 or 4 chapters for the character to like die.
Yeah.
I was bawling through like all 3
Yeah.
chapters. Like, why would
When
you
it's
die?
like long. The other thing that makes me tear up isn't when the character dies, but when the other characters react.
Yeah. Yep.
No, he just
Like
died.
like
Oh,
in
she's
Rebels, Kanan's death was just like, oh, that's kind of insane. And then the next episodes were like everyone's dealing with it. It's
yeah.
like that's way harder than
crying. Yeah.
than actually just watching him die, because it's just kind of like a sudden shock. And then it's
now
like
you're dealing with
then
it.
you're dealing with it and you're seeing the other characters deal with it, and it like makes it more sad seeing the other characters like deal with it. But yeah.
All right, cool. That was actually some good answers. Next couple questions. Next quiz question. Actually, this was probably the hardest one because I don't think you guys paid attention that much.
We'll find out.
In the anime Erased, what year was the main character sent back to?
1982 or 83.
I'm guessing 1986.
Ooh, Wheeze was the closest.
Okay.
1988.
All right.
Dang.
You guys were actually in the ballpark. I was
I knew it was
surprised.
1980
As soon
something.
as you said 82, I was like, wow, he's
That's close, yeah.
Because I had no idea until I looked it up. I was just
Yeah.
like, oh, he's
I-
just sent back to like probably the 90s.
I know he started in like 2008 and went back to like 20 years
20
later. So
yeah.
like 2000.
Well, the thing I was forgetting is that anime was set like in the future day was what, only like 2009?
Yeah.
10?
Yeah.
Like
something
it's an
like
older anime, so.
Yep.
Next quiz question. What was the name of the dog who was burned to death in JoJo?
that. Danny.
Dang, you got
It
it.
was Danny? Dang,
Danny.
I
Yeah,
didn't
it was
even
Danny.
know that one. Nice.
Good job. Wow,
Yeah.
I was not expecting you to get that. Because I say it like twice.
Twice, yeah.
Because I think JoJo screams it out when he finds out he was burned, and then he like they say Danny one time when like they're introducing it to Joe like Dio or something.
Well, I remember it because I made it inside joke because of our one friend is named that. And
I forgot about that. Wow, yeah, good job.
So I was living with him at that time.
Yeah.
And I was eating breakfast during that scene, and then basically like I don't know, I made some sort of joke at his expense, as I often do
Yeah.
to my friends.
Nice.
And I was like, Danny got burned.
Nice.
All right, next question. If you could be in a anime, what one would you pick?
Would I be like...
I don't. Okay, I should hang on a second. I should specify a little bit more. In an actual anime story, part of the anime
Okay,
itself, not in
not
just a
just the
world,
world.
but in an anime.
So you'd
Which
be
one would
like
you pick?
the
You just made this harder.
protagonist?
No,
Or just,
whatever.
just a character
Just in the
it?
anime.
Berserk, let's go. No.
You're part of the 100 man he slaughters.
Yeah.
Nikapara, let's go. Get him out, cat girl.
You're just
Just a
doofus number
random-
3 that gets
Yeah,
crushed
that
by a tree.
Oh man.
Were you serious about the Nekapara thing?
No, I was half.
Because I have
joking.
FBI
I was
on
joking.
speed dial right here.
No, it's fine. It's
Okay.
fine. There's no FBI can't help me when I go there. What world do I find most
I mean, it
interesting?
would probably be Noragami. I feel like
Okay.
I would really like that because like half of that show is just everyone kind of hanging out, and then when you go out and fight, and that sounds kind of fun. Maybe like being a regalia and like working together to fight, or being a god and
Yeah.
just like going out
Bakano would be
wrecking
fun.
stuff.
Okay, that's a good answer. I like Bakano. I like
That's not my
Noragami.
answer though. I'm just trying to decipher what I want.
okay.
Yeah. It'd probably be Noragami for me. I think that's why I like the show so much, is because I like
Because you could see
the-
yourself. in
yeah,
it.
and like
Yeah.
just hanging out with like the characters, like when they all go on a picnic together and just like random stuff like
That's
that.
one of those few anime where there's not like a chosen one character.
Yeah,
Where it
it's
doesn't
just-
feel like the story is set up because of certain people.
Yeah,
It's just kind of happening.
yeah. That's part of it too. It doesn't feel
Yeah.
like this is Yato's journey that much. It
Right.
just feels like he's a character in this world where a bunch of crap is going on, and he's just kind of like
Yeah,
there
exactly.
doing what he wants.
I honestly don't know because like I would not. Steins Gate, the world is great, but if we're talking about the story, that story's basically it's perfect as it is. I feel like I'd just be useless and mundane to be added into.
Well, I
it.
mean, you could also just replace a character.
I wouldn't want to do that.
You instead of Ruka. Let's
Yeah.
go.
Yeah, Okabe, I want to be a girl. I could just picture with your body frame and everything. I want to be a girl.
I was more thinking I look like Haruka with a full-on beard. Yeah, I want to be a girl.
You know, like even when it goes to the different timeline where you're a girl, you still have the beard.
And he just thinks, this is the most feminine man I've ever seen.
Oh, that'd be great.
Look at those calves.
My goodness.
Look at him swing that sword,
It's
and you
like-
just got like a rebar, just like.
Just imagine that whole scene of him talking about like how the most feminine features, but he's a dude, and it's just like a JoJo character standing there.
The scientist dude checking you out in like the skimpy Santa costume.
It's
Look
like,
at those women over there, sir. What are those? Is a guy?
oh my goodness, I didn't know that.
Oh goodness.
This is mainly only funny to us because we know what you look like.
Yeah.
I'm guessing other people can guess by the way we're talking.
Yo, Pyrolis
Alright.
looks like a JoJo character.
Kind of. He's pretty big.
I honestly do not know. Probably high school.
Okay.
I could probably get some sort of cool power, I guess.
Yeah.
Probably
Just
give me my
become
best choice.
like part of like the demon.
Some sort of
society
fantasy.
or
Some
whatever.
sort of fantasy world I'd like to be in. Just
What-
fantasy
what about
worlds in general.
ReZero?
I was thinking ReZero, but I was like, I probably won't survive.
That's true. Well, see, Subaru would just keep redoing it over and over again, so you would survive. And
That
maybe
would
you
suck,
maybe
though.
you wouldn't remember the other ones. You'd
No,
still live through
see,
them.
I
but-
feel like my unlucky thing would be I would remember how I died each and every time, and I'd just be so confused as he kept on dying. Like, what's like? I'd be just a normal merchant, and I'd just be like, I'm trading some apples over what the. Okay then, let's try this again.
You're just trying to make it down the road.
Yeah, like I feel like I'd end up like that, or like I'd get killed by the white whale over and over and over again, and then he'd finally fix it. I'm like, what's going on?
Or you be just part of the group of people that get like annihilated by Elsa.
Yeah, and then I just keep on being revived over and over again. I'm
Yeah.
like, how? Just how?
yeah,
So I feel like I'd probably end up in a scenario like that. I'm not sure how I feel about that.
Yeah.
yeah.
Probably go insane.
High school seems like a good answer.
You're just like, I just want to sell some freaking apples.
Well, I kind of like the world building of high school where like all the mythologies are real
Yeah.
and they just all convene and share places.
That's pretty common in magical high school animes because it's kind of the same thing for a certain magical and scientific like series because like all the mythologies are real. So
Yeah.
but yeah, it's pretty cool.
I'd just like to go up to Odin and be like, Odin, hey there.
All right, so last two questions really quick. These are the hardest ones too. What is your favorite current anime?
What do you mean by current? Like still
Like-
airing?
No, just like your right now. What is your favorite anime? Because I didn't want to say of all time because I'd totally lock up Pyrolis. I just want to say currently because I know his shifts a lot. So
Currently, I am I don't know. I can't say Chaos Head because I have not watched the anime. I'm just reading playing the visual novel, so that wouldn't count, would it?
I'll accept it.
Oh, you'll accept it? All right,
Yeah.
then I'll go with that.
I mean, Noragami's like always my favorite, but like ones that I've watched recently, I'd probably say Monster is my favorite of the most recent anime I've watched.
So right now it's your favorite.
Yeah, like
Okay.
it's about my like still Noragami is my favorite, but like thinking of things I've watched like recently at this moment that have like brought me the most enjoyment would be Monster.
Okay, cool. All right, last question before we take our break. And then this is more meant to help anybody that is listening to this and actually wants to get their friends into watching anime. So, what would you tell somebody who wants to get their friend into anime? Like, what suggestion would you give them to help them convince their friend to watch it?
Well, I'd probably say Sword Art Online. Main reason is because either they're gonna love it or hate it, and if they hate it, you can just have fun making fun of it with them. Because like you can like show them Sword Art, I'm like, yeah, but there's this thing called Sword Art Online Abridged, totally better. You're like, that was trash.
So it has
this
a
is bad.
it has a built-up
a
back-end
backup
plan.
plan.
Yeah,
Okay, that's cool.
So you're like, I want to show you this thing, and then they're like, this is stupid, and you're like, exactly.
now you're gonna enjoy this thing. and then they'll watch it. I'm like, amazing. Or you could show them the bridge first, and they'll be so great. They'll want to watch the. Because I got into it with abridges, so I probably suggest show them sort of online abridged first, and then show them sort of. I'm like, it's just stupid in comparison. And you show them more bridges, so he's like, okay, I guess some anime is cool, but I still favor the bridges, but it's just pretty cool, I guess.
Yeah. Okay.
That's
cool.
a pretty good strategy.
Yeah,
Has
it's
a
not bad.
built-in backup plan in case
Because-
they're like, you're a weeb.
Yeah, exactly. That's cool. Hey, watch a stupid YouTube video. That's what I meant.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would tell him to watch all of my videos. I'd tell him to watch the first 2 episodes of Death Note.
Yeah. Just the first 2.
Watch the first 2 and see if they like. They'll watch the rest of it after that. But I'd tell him to watch the first 2 episodes. of
Why
Death
not the
Note.
first 3? Go with the rule of 3.
The first episode is he gets the Death Note and it sets up like the idea of the world, and then
Yeah.
the second episode L is introduced. So right from
Okay.
there is where its like biggest hook is, and then you're like, oh, I'm pretty sure that's the part. Episode 2 is where he brings up Lindell Taylor, and then he
Oh,
like
okay.
kills him, and then L's like, okay, cool, now I know that you're in this area,
Right.
and then you're just like, oh, this is cool.
Erase would probably be a good suggestion, too.
Yeah.
Erase wouldn't be bad, yeah.
Or just time to a chair and make them watch your own manga, sensei.
Yeah.
That works for you.
Just go like super. Just be like, you're gonna watch Made in Abyss first, then we're gonna watch Madoka Magica, and then yeah. I feel like Monster also wouldn't be a terrible choice, but it really depends on the person too. Like if they were really into a certain kind of thing, I'd probably show them something more like that.
Yeah.
Like if they wanted something really high action, like fun fighting kind of thing, I'd probably show them like Demon Slayer. But if they were into like, especially if they're into like samurais or something like that, or like just like swords and like monsters and stuff, then it'd be like Demon Slayer might be the show for you.
Okay.
Or if they were more into like thrillers, I'd probably show them like Death Note.
Yeah.
Or if they wanted something like super grounded, then like Monster.
If they like tanks, if any normal tank-loving person loves tanks, Girls in Panzer is the way to go.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter if you care about the girls or not. You're in it for the tanks. They're amazing. They're awesome. They give you a lot of facts about them.
There you go.
That's cool. That's good answers.
Yeah.
From my personal experience, lock them in a car for 2 hours on the way to Comic-Con and just play all anime music.
There you go.
That
That
usually
works.
does it. But no, in actuality, probably my suggestion would be interview them at first. Ask them what do they like.
Interrogate them. Washboard
Interspecies
them.
reviewers.
Well, no, seriously, like you were saying, like
Yeah.
if somebody's into like sci-fi, I'd suggest something like Psychopaths.
Yeah,
Or something.
Psychopaths is also a good like first anime. I'd say.
Or if they really liked fantasy, I'd suggest them like Full Metal Alchemist or I don't know, like one of the 1,000 other fantasy
Yeah.
shows. Like if they like mystery, I'd show them like Erased or something.
Or like My Hero Academia. Like there's a reason
yeah,
that
superheroes.
that's popular.
Yeah, exactly. And like I suggest that to people all the time on Twitter.
Yeah.
Like, hey, you like superheroes? Here's My Hero
Yeah.
Academia.
And then
So,
from
yeah.
there they can be like, I like other shonen shows too. Go watch One Piece.
Can you like something other than shonen though? No.
You only like one.
Like Naruto's cool and all,
Yeah.
but come on, dude.
You want ninjas? You want pirates? You want the same story but with demons?
You want ninja pirates?
You want ninja pirates? You want wizards? What else is there? You want basketball?
You want volleyball?
Yeah, that's the other thing. If they're like really big into sports,
Yeah.
or something, you could be like, check
Exactly.
out this sports anime.
Ew.
Show them Kuroko no Basket, where it's like completely absurd. Like,
Just show them free.
superpowers.
Just show them free.
Yeah, show
That's
them
all
free.
you
Show
need.
them free, and if they are gay or anything like that, they'll be right into it.
If they enjoy girls, show them Yuri on Ice.
Yep.
And then they'll.
Wait a second. No, that's not right. I agreed with you for 2.3 seconds.
You heard the Yuri and you're all for it. That's what happened to me too.
But I mean, some people have their preferences. They'd rather watch a bunch of hot guys go swimming or ice skate.
Yeah.
So if that's what they want to do. That's what
There
they
you
want to
go.
do. So
There's shows for you.
I only want to see Lee's ice skating and swimming though.
Or if they're interested in something really like, if they like Game of Thrones or something like that, you could show them like Attack on Titan or like
oh yeah,
Berserk,
for sure. Yeah.
if they wanted something like,
Well,
especially if
show
they
them the
think-
manga of Berserk.
yeah. Show them 2016 Berserk. Oh yeah, this
Show
is
them the
great.
walking in the park animation.
Clang, clang, clang,
Yeah.
clang, 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 clang.
Let's throw a water heater down a staircase and use that for sound effects. But yeah, like some people think anime is all like kiddie stuff like Pokemon or whatever. So then you can be like, check out, ReZero or something.
Show
And
them
then they're
Sailor
like-
Moon.
I've had like my parents before say, "Oh, isn't anime meant for kids?" And
Yeah.
I'm like, no.
Kinda. Like,
Some are.
the shonen demographic is kind of for kids, but it's also like pretty intense. They also have very different standards for stuff.
Like, I would not show Demon Slayer to a very young kid.
Yeah, but it's like
Why not?
the movie was rated for like 12
Yeah.
or something like that. And in America it was rated R.
Yeah.
It's like, wow, there's very different like standards. Like theirs was like lower than PG-13 and ours is like restricted. You have to be 18. So
Wasn't it like blood, violence, and like language?
I think it was just blood and violence. I don't know if there was any language.
I want
in
to say
the
they
dub.
said language because
It
of like
might
the
have been
D
language.
and like
Yeah,
B word and stuff.
Yeah. because of their translation, I guess. But
Yeah. But yeah, good suggestions, guys. You guys made it through Baka-Talk stupid questionnaire.
let's go.
Good job.
We both answered questions.
I gotta touch him finally.
Just a high five, you creep.
And with that, we're gonna go to a podcast ad segment.
Ad time.
You're about to say the podcast after the podcast.
I was
Wow.
pretty much.
That's a reference to Look Behind You.
What it is.
If you love listening to Boom's special voice, this is an advertisement before the advertisement. If you love listening to Boom's voice, or maybe you hate Boom's voice, but it's okay because Wolf and Ramen Cat carry the show anyways, check out
Thanks.
Look Behind You. It's another podcast that's also like partially hosted by Boom. I'm saying
Somewhat.
only if they hate your voice, then
Yes,
it's
yes.
carried by them. But if they like your voice, then
I hate my own
he's
voice,
in it a
so
lot too.
I
so there you
understand.
go.
I'm right along with the haters.
Yeah,
Like if there's a mob standing outside because of my voice, I'd be right with
yeah.
them.
Just be like,
I would be leading the mob.
They would be like, change your voice, and you're like, yeah, change my voice.
It'd be like if people were trying to kill me, I'd just be in the mob with them. Yeah, let's
Yeah.
get that son of a gun. Wait, is that you? Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, and with that, we'll catch you
Ad time.
all on the other side. And we're back.
We're back.
Hi, Beck. I'm dead.
What the frick?
I become your dad. You don't get an allowance.
Oh, but I need an allowance.
No, you don't.
Yeah, I do.
Are your dishes done?
You're in my apartment.
Are my dishes done?
Yeah, my dishes are done.
They're
Look,
my dishes. Now I'm your dad.
you don't have dishes.
Exactly, because you would do them for me.
How? Well, you don't have teeth.
You know what? You never give me your teeth. I'm gonna use your teeth.
I know. You can have my wisdom teeth. I don't think.
All
I'll
right.
need them.
Besides for the weird stuff, I think we have a
Oh,
episode review.
Do we have a segment?
Oh yeah, we do have a
have a
Do we have a
segment.
new segment? New
What are we gonna
segment
call this?
alert! Whoop whoop.
What are we gonna call this?
Just CBR.
What was on CVR today?
What was on CVR today?
What was on CVR today? Let's find out. Blue Clues, go.
I thought we were just gonna call it
Ding.
bad articles on
Or-
the internet.
Bad articles on the internet.
Let's clean up some trash from CBR.
Okay, just because most of the articles will come from CBR does not mean it should be a CBR segment.
I don't know. We'll have to figure out the
Yeah,
jingle.
we'll figure it out.
It's not as easy as what made the internet mad this
today.
week.
Yeah, that took all about
yes.
5 minutes to figure out.
Yeah, that was easy.
All right, who has the article?
I think both of us do.
Yeah.
Both of us?
10 harsh realities of being an anime fan. Oh boy.
Oh boy, so we're just giving people advice on how to get people to become anime fans. Now, we're telling you what is so hard about being an anime fan.
Oh, CBR is great. This is amazing.
So,
Should we take turns to read in down the list?
sure. I have to find the article.
All right.
There
Who
it
wants
is.
to go first in the meantime?
I'll go first because this is hilarious.
Hang on, let's set this up really quick.
Okay.
So, this is a bad article on the internet.
Yes.
We're trying not to make fun of CBR, but most of these will probably be from CBR.
CBR.
We
because
should
they
probably-
produce so much content.
Make sure to copy the links, because especially for the YouTube, we're probably gonna want to link these. Otherwise, they can like flag us and stuff.
Really?
Yeah, because we're using their content
Permission?
without giving their links and stuff. It's like using
Oh.
Wikipedia whenever you use something for something.
Yeah.
You gotta like cite their stuff.
I
generally
did not know that.
it's
because
generally-
I haven't gotten in trouble for using Wikipedia.
it's
before.
generally polite to do, at least. But I think it
Oh.
would matter more if we showed this on like a video or something. But we're still using their stuff, so. Anyways,
That's true. I didn't even think about that.
it's
I
more
was
of a
just thinking that
precaution.
it was a weird thing on the internet. So
we're gonna be going over some really dumb articles about like stupid things,
We're gonna do one a week.
anime related, and CBR just has a treasure trove of these dating back to like 2020 or something. But they have so many articles because they just pump these out constantly, and they're all pretty dumb, and they're very quick. Like there's not much thought that goes into it, and because of that, there's like really obvious logic like
right.
problems with all of
Yeah.
them. So we did this a little bit last week, so you can check out that episode.
I feel
for
like there's no
more.
proofreader.
But yeah, there's like no proofreader. They just kind of like throw them up and then slap a
They
CBR
basically
thing
gave
on
a
it.
child a pen and told him start writing.
Yeah, these are pretty. They're pretty dumb. They're yeah. They got problems. So we're gonna make fun of them because it's fun and it's comedy. And I think this is a comedy pop culture podcast.
This is a comedy podcast. I literally have a disclaimer at the beginning of it that this is all meant for entertainment purposes only.
I thought this
Yes.
was three bros hanging out in a damp cave that Boom calls his rented apartment.
Hey, don't make fun of the sewer grate I found.
Isn't this
I'm
a
just saying, there's-
political podcast about like overseas relations with Japan?
We all know that Biden's doing the right thing, and China is also doing the right thing. Oh, great Emperor China. Britain needs to stay out of the Chinese seas, you dirty dogs.
But what we're talking about Japan.
Oh, Japan. So apparently the Japanese were the first Native Americans in America, so therefore they're doing everything right. It's fine.
Cool. So there we go. We're comedy.
I don't know what he just said, but I got a feeling something along that lines is gonna get us banned.
Let's go.
I didn't swear yet.
Yet.
So nah, they don't care about swearing. It's
Muda.
So the
just
article
political opinions. So
is
yeah,
titled. I'm not gonna even go into the details of who wrote it or anything. This is just opinions on the internet that we're kind of just making fun of
yeah.
for no apparent reason. 10 harsh realities of being an anime fan. So, Wheeze, what is number 10?
There's a lot to love about anime and the anime industry, but being an anime fan means having to put up with a few inconveniences and misconceptions. Okay, so let's see what they got. Okay, this is amazing because it's like 10 harsh realities. So
You
these
just
are
sounded like Ben Shapiro. Okay, guys, this is amazing.
oh goodness. So this is amazing because it's harsh realities. So these are real things that anime fans have to deal with.
That you have to deal with if
Number
you like
10,
it or not.
anime fans might practice gatekeeping. I love how they have might. Like, they don't want to say all anime fans practice gatekeeping because that's obviously not true.
Well, it's
But-
obviously people that are reading this.
But anime fans might practice gatekeeping. So the number 10 harsh reality is that there might be a problem. So
Yeah. I don't know
Yeah.
if this is true. I mean,
it's definitely true for some.
There's gonna be
it is.
gatekeeping in
There
anything.
is some people that are like, oh, you don't know what all forms Goku has in his Super Saiyan-ness, then you're not a true fan.
You mean
Yeah.
you can't name all the breast sizes in High School DxT? Get out of here.
Yeah. It gets kind of insane.
Name
with
the
how-
lopes and slopes of Akino's versus Rias's right now.
It's kind of insane with how some people are with things like this. I think
So,
it's kind of a superiority thing of like you think you're better because you've been reading the entertainment for longer
Right.
or whatever, so you know more about it. But I don't know. It doesn't seem like there's that many people who are like gatekeepers in real life. I feel like on internet it's kind of a thing where people are like, "Oh, I like this show," and it's like,
'Cause
"Oh yeah, you're
everybody's mean-
stupid. Here's 10 shows that are
yeah,
better."
everybody's mean on the internet.
Yeah, but like in real life, if you're like, "Hey, I like this show," it's like, "Oh yeah, you should check out like this and this." Or
Correction,
whatever.
everyone's mean on Twitter.
Or it's like, "I want to get into this thing," and it's like, "Well, here's how you get more into it." Generally, people want you to be interested in their thing, not
Yeah.
like not want you
Yeah.
to.
So, number 10 is technically correct. Just like the title says.
Technically
So,
correct.
good job.
You they might practice gatekeeping sometimes.
I don't know if it's a harsh reality though.
I know it's
Yeah.
It's kind of like that for like anything. I don't know if anime is any worse than anything
No,
else.
not really.
Pyrolis, number 9.
Some fandoms are considered toxic overall.
This is true, so true. We're done now.
Well, this is true for everything though.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Like, there are so many toxic fandoms on all sides, where we're talking political, sports, news stuff, media, music, anime. It doesn't
Yeah.
matter. Games.
There's always going to be toxic fans for like everything. And a lot of times they aren't really fans. It's weird. There's some like toxic fans that just like hate the series.
Yeah.
So they complain about it, and that they're not really, I mean, they're kind of fans because they kind of like support it by hating on it so much. But there's a lot of fans that just have weird opinions about things and like don't want other people to enjoy it. For the most part, this is also, I feel like all these things are like internet things.
Yeah.
Like if you're
Well, the biggest
if
culture
you're not
of
in internet
anime.
communities,
Yeah.
yeah, it's not like this.
Well, the biggest culture of anime is on the internet. So
yeah,
it kind of overall sums up the culture of anime. Really.
Yeah.
Because, like, unless you're going to a convention constantly and talking to people, then who are you interacting with besides for your friends?
You know
Yeah.
what? One harsh
So-
reality that is probably pretty true that's not going to be on this list. I'm
What?
guaranteeing it now. There's even a YouTube creator who calls his channel this. Mother's Basement is where more than 50% of these people live.
yeah.
Yeah, probably. You're not wrong.
No.
These are
Um,
the first two are weird because they're specific for the fandom, not
Yes.
necessarily you being a fan of anime. Like you can be a fan of anime without like being on forums and stuff.
Yeah.
So, number 8 is very true,
Yes.
and I don't like it. So far, this is actually a really good article. Many anime series don't cover all the material.
That's like saying most movies don't cover the book.
That's true.
Yeah, that's like saying, like, I like all movies that are based off of books better than the books.
Yeah.
There is a thing though with like, even if a movie is adapting a book, they will usually adapt the entire book. Like even if they
Right.
do a part 1 or part 2, they will
Yeah.
usually get to the ending. A lot of animes will do the first season, which is like the first 3 volumes or whatever, and then not do anything, which really sucks because it's like there's more to be finished, but they don't.
Well, you have prime examples of this, such as Soul Eater,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tokyo Ghoul, I mean, the original
lot of
Full
them-
Metal Alchemist.
Yeah, a lot
Like-
of them will they'll deviate, but like some of them just don't even cover it. Like they don't even
Right.
have an ending. Like at least the original Full Metal, they completed the story and had their own story, whereas the show sucks, but Dead Man Wonderland,
Yeah.
like that was setting up way more than just that first season.
Yes.
It depends on how many how many people in
It
Japan are
does.
liking it.
It also depends on the manga because sometimes they don't. The manga comes out so slowly that as they're adapting it when it's hype and big from the manga, and then it gives more attention to the manga, and then they hope it'll continue and then make the second season. But if like the manga stops for some reason or for some hiatus, which happens a lot, then a lot of the momentum dies out, and then they won't get their next season because it's like
Right.
10 years later by the time they have enough to cover it.
Speaking of hiatus, No Game No Life is actually have hiatus now.
That's
You said
pretty
that
epic.
last week.
Did I?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh.
we said it at the break.
I'm just excited, okay?
Yeah.
You're not allowed to be excited.
Yeah, you didn't want to talk about it
very-
last week.
Well,
Very
that's because
serious.
that's just it's
That-
just
that's
out
all
of
I have.
hiatus.
That's what you said
That's
last
all
week.
it is, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, we'll have to do this like after ad time.
Until
just be
there's a
like-
season 2 of
yeah.
No Game No Life.
And like, there's a season 2 of No Game No Life.
And you'll just say that like all the
Anything else? No, that's just it.
And that's just it. It's
That's
just
it.
released.
Yeah.
I watched it. Pretty
It's
good.
on Blu-ray. I bought it.
Yeah. All right.
I bought a body pillow of Sora, not Shiro. Sora.
Nice.
Is that the lolly?
No, that's the big brother.
Okay, cool.
So
You're not going to jail tonight.
Jokes, I named the lollies on the other side of the pillow.
So I
Number
guess we're going to
7,
number
please.
7, which is many anime series have filler episodes.
Not really. That's mainly just
Yeah,
the
They-
big ones.
that's not actually
state-
true.
They state Naruto, Bleach, and Fairy Tail.
And that's the only really 3 that
That's
do it.
yeah.
Yes.
Like it's only the big shonen ones that have a lot of filler.
Like the only other one is One Piece.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
One Piece has a ton of filler, but like a lot of the filler, especially with the One Piece and some of the other ones, it's not mixed in with the series. It is just like a whole arc is filler arc.
Yeah.
And you kind of have to expect that
So-
from the older shows.
Yeah, so you can kind of cut that out and just watch it like the manga was.
Yeah.
And most of the shows that have a ton of filler are super, super popular. And that's why they make filler, because they know they want to keep the hype up, so they
Yeah.
just keep releasing stuff because the manga's not
Right.
going to continue, and they don't want to deviate from it or like go ahead of it and then have to like figure out a way to get back on track of the story. I also don't think they trust themselves to write a good story because the manga artist is the one who's writing the good story. So with stuff like that, filler actually kind of makes sense.
Right.
But it's also it's only in the big shows.
Yeah, I don't know. And the filler I've seen so far in Fairy Tail, because I'm watching that series, is actually pretty well connected with the show.
Yeah.
Like, you can tell it's a little bit more whimsical than the show, but it's still entertaining.
Yeah.
Like, I like watching it. 7, Pyrolus.
Anime is still a bit niche.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or not 7, that was 6.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
6.
Whoops.
That's not a harsh reality.
I have a
just-
counter argument to that. I started a new job earlier
Uh-huh.
this year. And, like, I'm a weeb. So like, I do the normal weeb things, mainly not discussing anything about anime at all to
He
anybody
finally
that I know.
admitted it.
But apparently it slipped out a little bit, and like every single coworker I have has watched anime basically.
Yeah.
And likes anime and watches it. My boss watches anime and likes it.
Like that's what I found out when I started my job. Like most of the people I work with, like, yeah, I've seen anime. It's pretty cool, yeah. Like the office guy that I work with, he went to see the Demon Slayer. He went to see that movie when it came out.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
And they reference like celebrities. So like you have Robert Downey Jr. He likes Pokemon. You have what is his name?
Ryan Reynolds.
No, well, does Ryan Reynolds like?
He played Detective Pikachu.
But does he like anime?
I'd assume so.
Okay. What's his other name?
I know who you're talking about.
The guy
Nick
that plays
Fury.
Nick Fury.
Yeah.
What's his name? can't think
Samuel L. Jackson.
Samuel L.
Samuel
Jackson.
Jackson.
He literally helped create Afro Samurai.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think this is a bad thing though. Like
Being more niche?
Yeah.
No, I don't think it
think
is a
that's
bad
bad at all. I think it's kind of cool.
Well,
Like I think that's part of anime's charm is that it's not super mainstream, that they have like garbage movies, because like things that are like super mainstream get a bunch of garbage thrown out the wall because they know people will watch it
Yeah.
anyways and it'll make money, like Marvel and Star Wars and stuff. They're just gonna keep churning out stuff because they know people are gonna watch it.
Well, the big thing is anime is not based in America, which is why
Yeah.
it's a niche. It's based in Japan.
Mhm.
It's mainstream in Japan because they
Yeah, it
produce
is
it,
very
they live
mainstream.
with it. Over here, it's more of a niche. We're not going to really see it everywhere,
Yeah.
and it's a good thing because I don't really
Right.
want America to influence anime
Right.
the way I've seen them influence other things.
Yes, I definitely would not want that either.
So I think it's cool that it's more niche too. Like if
Yep.
it was super popular, we probably wouldn't have this podcast because it would just be a super mainstream popular thing, and we would just be one of the 200 million pop culture
right.
podcasts.
And there is a lot of anime podcasts actually. It's just we're
they're
trying to
not-
cut into it because they mostly do just like reviews.
Yeah, and it's still not as popular as like Marvel. Like there's
Exactly.
200 million Marvel podcasts
Yes.
and DC and just comic books and all that kind of stuff.
Or a Disney
Star Wars.
songs podcast.
Yeah, Disney songs, like Disney.
Yeah, there's
movies.
podcasts that just like review Disney songs.
Disney is really, really popular.
They need a new life.
Wow, they like doing it. Like,
Yeah.
we
They
like
need a
talking
new
about,
life.
and but
I don't
it's
know.
not that niche. Like that's not that niche.
Yeah.
That's really common to be like, because everyone grew up watching Disney movies and
They
they
need to
still
just let it
do
go.
because they.
Oh, I see
'cause
where you're going
They
there.
still make Disney
Yeah.
movies. So like all the kids growing up are still watching Disney. So it's like super, super popular. Everyone can relate to it. Anime, not so much. So
All right.
I like that it's niche. That's
do
not a
too.
bad thing. I don't want it to be that popular. I like that it's popular. I don't want it to be that popular.
I like it where I can go up to somebody and it's just like, hey, have you heard about anime? And they don't immediately just crucify me.
Yeah.
That's
I mean,
kinda nice.
that's good. I don't like that if people are just like, that's stupid. But
Yeah.
like, I don't want it to be like, everyone's just like
Right.
into it, because then it loses some of its specialness.
Right.
But if you want to get into it, I don't want to keep people from getting into it.
Right, we're not going to be gatekeepers, but we're also not
We're
going
not
to
going to
be
be
like,
like, everyone needs to watch this. This
Yeah.
needs to be mainstream.
it's like what you like.
We need anime on Disney Plus. Oh,
Yeah.
wait a second.
Just do what I do and don't talk to people.
Yeah, that works.
Yeah, that
See
works
yourself.
too. All right, number 5. There might actually be too many anime series.
I don't. See
I don't
how-
agree with this.
Well, not only do I not agree with this, but how is this a harsh reality? Isn't it something you should be happy about?
Yeah.
as
I think,
someone
I
likes anime.
think they're trying to apply that you can't watch it all within your lifetime,
So
which
Choice paralysis
So?
they're talking about.
you're not gonna like a lot of them.
like I don't want to watch like what's that Orion High School Club or whatever. Like I have no interest in watching that.
Saying this is basically the same as saying there are too many Western films.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
Like-
it's just stupid.
Yeah, you it's like saying the worst part of this like ice cream place is it has too many flavors of ice cream.
I think my biggest issue with stuff like this, people like this that write secret articles like this, is the fact that they don't really see anime. They don't see anime as just a genre of things. They see anime as its own special thing.
They also see it in like a very corporate view
Yeah.
of like all of anime in like this weird way. But like the article doesn't even make any sense because they're talking, the beginning is these are harsh realities for anime fans, and then the thing that it's talking about is people getting into anime.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like that's not what your article's talking about at all. So your article's just bad. Someone getting into anime might be overwhelmed when they find hundreds of series. It's like, this is about already being an anime fan.
Yeah.
Right.
All anime is just another genre of entertainment.
Yeah. I mean, I get you can have like a million series and then not know which one to watch, but that's what the internet's for. So you can look up like, what's good? And people are like, this is good.
Just look up the abridges. If the abridge is good, more than
Yeah.
likely the anime will be slightly
Just go watch
worse.
my YouTube channel, and then you'll find me reviewing the best anime, and then you can go watch those. There
Or
you go.
just listen to some of our previous episodes where
exactly.
we recommend anime.
yeah.
Just watch High School and Manga.
Like
you'll
just
go from
just
there.
go online and be like, what's a good anime to watch? Or you just be like, I watch Death Note, I want something else.
Yeah.
It's like, well, here's Monster, here's Code
Hey,
Geass.
watch Death Note on Netflix. They'll recommend you like every other anime on their site.
Yeah.
The only other anime on their site.
Yeah,
Okay.
which is 7 Deadly Sins.
number 4 is so stupid.
Go ahead.
Anime is scattered across multiple platforms.
So
What
is
a
every
harsh
other
reality.
genre.
Oh no, entertainment is like online and like licensed and stuff. That's terrible.
More like I get their point. I get their point of yes, it is kind of daunting when you are a huge anime fan.
Yeah.
Like me. I want to
Yeah.
watch just about a little bit of everything, right? Like I'm not just a shonen watcher. I'm not just somebody that just watches Naruto.
May I introduce you to the world of the Seven Seas?
Well, I even use that nowadays too.
You are a
I
pirate.
use everything. But I get what they're saying, that it does kind of suck that you have to have a Netflix, Amazon Prime, Hulu,
Yeah.
Crunchyroll, Funimation. It does kind of suck.
This
but
is
also at
also-
the same time, how do you watch anime, Wheeze?
I watch it on Crunchyroll.
Right? And are you upset when you find a series that you want to watch and it's on Funimation?
Not really. I just get Funimation for
A
week.
month.
Yeah.
You pay for $10 to watch a series.
Yep.
Which seems pretty cheap when you want to watch a series.
Yeah.
Because what, you'd either pay $20 to get
Mhm.
the DVDs. What you can also do,
Yeah.
you can pay $20 or $50
And I'll usually
or whatever.
cancel my Crunchyroll while I'm watching the other ones. I'm
Yeah.
not paying for like double. So I don't know.
I see it as no different than really watching any sort of TV show at all.
Yeah, this is just like what you were saying earlier, where at the end of this thing they say there's no universal anime streaming service. Like it's this special little thing when it's not. It's just a genre of like story. It's,
Yeah.
it's bigger than a genre.
It's like
There's-
saying again with back
It's
to the
a
Western
medium.
thing, there's no single place that just has Western
Right.
films.
yeah,
Or
or,
there's not a
Western
single-
cartoons.
Yeah, exactly.
There's
I
not a
was gonna say
single
that.
place that has all the Western adult cartoons. And
Yeah.
this is just Eastern adult cartoons.
Well, there's some children's ones as well.
yeah. Adult cartoons makes it sound bad, but you know what I mean.
But, I mean, I could see a point, especially the way Sony's going, where we're
Yeah.
going to have a Disney Plus for anime.
I think they're gonna get close to it, but there's still gonna be Netflix and Amazon Prime that
Yes.
are big ones that are like
That
will
own,
take-
like, Evangelion.
yeah, that'll just
Cowboy
take like
Bebop.
some
Vinland
big
Saga.
shows.
Vinland
JoJo,
Saga.
like Netflix exclusively having JoJo.
Yeah.
So like that's a big deal. So there'll always be competition, but I don't know. That one's kind of funny.
Number 3 is perfect for you, Pyrolus, because you have an easy fix for this.
Very, very simple.
Go for it.
Who read the last one?
I did.
A regional availability may be an issue, not when you've got a boat that can sail the 7 seas.
And you got a nice big pirate hat.
This
Yes,
I would
sir.
say is a actual legitimate one though.
VPN.
Because when there's no way to legally watch the show, it is kind of a pain.
Well, it's like
and
with Baka-No.
sometimes, yeah, like with Baka-No, like there's no legal way to watch Baka-No or Monster or like Katana Gathari. Like there's all these shows that are actually really good and.
What do you mean there's no legal way to watch Monster? You watched it on YouTube.
Yeah, it's technically not like legal. Like
Who posted it?
just some random person.
Oh, I thought it was actually from like a legal
No.
streaming site. Oh,
So like,
oops.
yeah. I mean, it's not like if it was like bad, they would take it down immediately. But like nobody owns the rights to it. So it's not really illegal, but it's not like a legit way to watch it either.
Right.
Part of the problem too is even with like pirating it, sometimes it's still really hard to find. Like some movies or something will be in like really crappy quality and you have to go to like really shady websites to find it.
I don't know. So far, with how pirating has progressed, I haven't had any issue with anything.
I have, because I wanted to watch the Madoka Magica movie and I
I
could
need to
not
show you
find
where
it.
I watched it.
I was about
Couldn't
to say,
find
like,
it anywhere in
something
HD.
that new, you're definitely gonna be able to find in HD.
Yeah, I couldn't find it anywhere. I looked at like multiple pirate websites and none of them had it.
What
in
ones
HD.
did you look at?
I don't remember.
Did
Let's
you use it?
not
But
say.
some of the
Alright.
ones that you showed me,
Yeah.
I went to those and they didn't have it.
Anyways,
So-
number 2.
That's also a problem.
Yeah.
Region availability does kind of suck. There's also just a ton of shows that don't even come over here, and manga and stuff too.
Yeah,
Not
that's
like
true.
legal.
I mean, but it's an Eastern genre.
Yeah, but like they do have a lot of Western fans, so they especially like JoJo.
And they're getting better at putting stuff. Like they have things in theaters now.
Yeah, but
we
you know-
watched Kimetsu no Yaiba in theaters.
But you know where JoJo manga's at, like in the West right now?
Where?
It's like part 4. You know where it's
Yeah.
at? In there, it's like part 8.
Okay.
That's ridiculous. The show
Yeah.
is like super freaking popular and the manga's really popular and there's no way to legally watch it with like a legit translation.
I guess. I don't know.
It's bogus.
Just learn Japanese and download
I
all
know.
the Japanese.
That's what I'm
What
doing.
you should do.
That's what I'm doing literally right now.
Are you right now?
Like learning
let me show you your
Japanese.
screen. Show me your screen. What are you doing?
I'm looking at Sailor Moon dub.
See, you lied to me. You lied to me. You're not learning Japanese
Dang,
right
your
now.
screen can
Wow,
just,
my
like,
screen
flip.
can go. It just goes flat. That's cool.
Dang.
You should see if you can't fold in half right now.
What would you do if I did it and it just worked?
I'd be like, dang. All right, that's pretty cool.
This one's not a problem for me at all. Let's go.
Dubs are often iffy or non-existent.
I don't watch dubs very often.
I don't know. This is true for like the older animes, but nowadays it's not.
I still
really.
feel like they kind of suck.
They've gotten a lot better.
They
I mean,
have-
I think they're passable, but I don't think they're good.
I watch them because of my dyslexia, and I enjoy them.
I've
Yeah.
watched
I
a decent amount
enjoy
of dubs.
I enjoy the voice actors. Like I know most of the voice actors,
Yeah.
and I enjoy when they do different roles. Like they actually are decent nowadays.
Yeah, I think they're decent. I just don't think they're good. Like there's not many like standout performances where I'm like there's usually a few people in the dub that it's like, oh, this guy's really good.
Yeah.
But it feels like a lot of the characters are just whiny and
Yeah.
like I'm gonna be the king of the pirates. And it's like, your voice.
I don't know. I get what they're saying, but also at the same time, like I can read. I can't read too well, but I
Yeah.
can read enough to watch like
Yeah.
subs. So yeah, it would suck for people that actually can't read. But then
Yeah.
I also strongly urge the people that can't read to maybe try to strengthen your reading skills.
Yeah.
To be
It's
able to
also
read.
some people just don't want to read. Like they don't like that experience of like having to read the subtitles of a show. Like they even in just like a movie or whatever,
Yeah.
you know. They would rather have it like dubbed over. So that makes sense. I do think dubbing should be better. I think it's fine. I think it's bad that they use like 20 voice actors.
Yeah, but like they make a good point that like Seth Green, Billy Weston, like James Earl Jones, like they don't attract like the big like voice actors.
Yeah.
But
The problem is it still doesn't quite make enough money to do stuff like that.
Right.
But if they could, it would be a lot better, I think. Even just like cartoon, voice actors. But I think a lot of them too, they don't want to do the like lip flap like matching thing.
I don't know. When we were watching what was it again? Death Note, and everyone came from the Lego Ninjago series.
Oh yeah.
Like everyone was from Lego Ninjago.
That was a specific one because that one was dubbed in Canada, I think.
Either way,
and most of them are like in
Ninjago.
Texas for Funimation or whatever. But yeah, I wish they would do like the California, like the voice actor, like the voice actor guild people, and they just opened it up. It seems like a lot of times they're just like, oh, you'd work for this, you were in this other show, you'd work for this, and then it's just kind of you get people who aren't that into it.
Right.
If they did open casting, it'd improve a lot more.
So yeah, I'm for open casting.
Before we continue, number one, I have found another proof example of why CBR is trash. I didn't even know these ads existed anymore. 31 Hollywood stars used to be strippers before the fame. Number 4 will surprise you.
Oh wow, that's clickbait. But I don't think that's CBR's fault. They don't get to pick exactly what ad is on their site.
Those are pretty trashy.
They just get to
though.
pick how many ad
seen
spots
these
they
ads
have.
in forever.
I know, but you can't blame CBR for
You
it.
do
I think
find-
trash just attracts trash, so I can.
Well, the ads are
Also-
targeted towards you, so that makes sense.
Wow.
All right, so number 1. Outside.
Yeah.
Oh, that's me.
Okay.
Outside observers might get the wrong impression.
All right. Sure. Number 2 and number 1, or number
Wait, were we supposed to be on number 2?
number
No, we did
3,
number two.
number 2, and number 1 are like
They make
kind of
sense.
half decent.
I do agree and also disagree with this at the same time. They have an underlined red example. Says an example is anime always has tentacle porn. I have never seen. There's one anime I know of. Okay, there's one anime that I know of where tentacles are involved and it gets a little sexual.
I feel like
This is more of a hentai thing
there
than
have
an anime thing.
been multiple anime. I don't know.
But here's the thing. There's been anime, like fantasy anime, where like characters have been gotten caught up in tentacles. But it's never been in the vein of like sexualness.
I think
I
it's
think you guys know the history of why tentacles are even used.
I do know the
Yes.
history of
Okay.
that, and we're good not to explain it.
I think
I think.
the
Well, it's basically just an inside joke to have them in shows at this
It
point.
yeah,
is.
it is. Also, I don't feel like many people think that in general in the West. I feel like it's more of the other way where it's about like Pokemon is more popular
Yeah.
than tentacles. So I feel like it's just like kids cartoons is kind of
I will
more
say,
of a thing than the other part, but I know it is part like that
Yeah.
is what people think of
I
it.
will say the fan service tropes are a lot different in
Yeah.
anime than they are in Western culture.
Not currently, I don't think.
No, they
that's-
still are.
They are. Like
They-
they're just more outright explicit with it
Mhm.
than
They're
where
more, yeah, it's I don't know how to explain it. They're more in your face with the images, whereas the West it's more like what they're talking about or whatever.
Yeah, I've
like
seen
it's
the
less
music awards.
it's less that's true, but like it's the way anime does it is weird. Like it's different than what the West does in
Yeah.
general. If that
I still
makes
think
sense.
it's better than what's going on currently.
I'm
I-
talking
I-
about like cartoons
yeah.
Oh, okay. If we're just talking about cartoons, then yeah.
because I don't think you can compare this to like movies and say it's the same thing because it's obviously not.
Also, I don't know. I have had a friend that was caught watching a certain thing and got in trouble. Well, I was on Facebook one day and I noticed his mom posted a article how it literally specifically said, the article said how anime is directly linked to hentai. And it implied that all anime was hentai. And I'm like, okay.
Yeah. It's linked in that they're both animated in Japan.
Yeah. I mean, the same
They
anime
both have
studios don't even
Similar
really.
styles.
Yeah,
Some voice actors start there.
some
with some
artists start there, but yeah, it's
but also at the same time, there's some celebrities in the U.S. that started out as porn stars.
Yeah.
And did porn
It's
videos.
pretty much the same thing.
Yeah.
So
But yeah, I can kind of see it where like people get the wrong impression about anime.
the thing is, people getting the wrong impression, which does happen. So yeah, number 1, number 2, number 3, I would say, are legit like things.
Everything
that are,
else doesn't
like,
really make that sense.
that are
Well, the main thing is because it's
harsh
unknown.
realities.
Yeah.
The other parts of them, I feel like, are just kind of. I feel like they had 2 or 3 good ideas, and then they were just kind of like, "Oh, we need to make this a 10 list."
And that's why we stopped doing 10 lists.
Yeah.
Because it's just kind of stupid.
Well, we were doing top 5 lists, and they were.
We were
amazing.
doing top 5 lists, and they were still
Although
stupid.
They were more of our opinions on our favorites.
Yeah,
This is like really specific.
it is.
Like
It's like trying to
This
claim
also-
like this is a fact.
this
kind of
also
thing.
isn't top 10. This is just 10 harsh
Right.
realities. I don't know. It's weird. Something about putting a number on it like lets people it makes it easier to digest. Where it's just like these are 10 things,
Yep.
and then you can read them and like, what are harsh realities?
Well,
of being
putting a
human?
number on it and also categorizing it as well, because
Yeah.
people see 10 as like the least effective and like 1 as the most effective,
Mhm.
and just weird things like that.
I don't even think they write these to get people to read what's actually written under the thing. I think they just write these for people to scroll through, see what all the numbers are,
Yeah.
and then click off because that gives you ads.
Right.
Ads.
Exactly. All right. Well, that's it. We'll see how well that went, and we'll see if we continue with this in further
Yeah.
iterations.
We'll
or
probably
not,
make it
so
shorter for other ones.
We will.
But that was fun.
So about Lucky Channeloo.
Yeah, Lucky Star now.
Yee.
We were on episode
9.
9. So,
I don't have much to say about this episode. I thought it was like an average episode.
speaking of filler episode, I feel like it continued the story, but it also just kind of went back to like the first couple episodes
Yeah.
where they're literally just doing like random stuff.
Random stuff, yeah.
Which was great. There's funny
Yeah.
jokes, but I didn't find myself falling out of my chair laughing.
Yeah, there wasn't that like one great joke that made everyone
Yeah.
laugh out
Yeah.
loud.
I think the biggest joke, or like the best joke, might have been at the very beginning, where purple hair or blue haired girl can't concentrate on her homework,
Yeah.
and she just like slowly sinks down,
That was pretty great.
and then it switches to her computer where she just like slowly rises
Yeah.
up. It's like, I'll play video games right
yeah,
now.
it's like I'll take a small break.
And then her teacher yells at her.
So yeah, it felt like more of a classic, just like them doing stuff and talking about things,
Right,
not really
yeah.
like trying to be funny.
And which is cool, but I really liked the episodes where it seemed like they were just going full bore on the comedy.
Yeah, it felt like they were setting up jokes and then like paying them off, and like you weren't even
Yeah.
realizing they were doing either, and it was great. Also, it seems like when they're in different situations, they kind of more things happen. Where like when they're at school and just like talking about random stuff,
Right.
that's like fun. But when they like go to the beach and just like Konata's like crazy antics going on and stuff like that, it's like
See, that's funny. In like this episode, it seemed like they'd rehashed like the same jokes.
Yeah.
Like Konata was like can't afford magazines and books and
Yeah.
stuff, and like we heard that before. That's where she got the job.
Yeah.
And then,
so they also didn't have any other characters besides the main characters.
Yeah.
And it seems a little bit better when because we already got to know all the main characters really well, so we kind of know
Yeah.
and expect what they're going to be talking about and stuff. And so it's just part of more of their life. When you add in like the extra characters and then get to see what they're about and then how they bounce off the characters is pretty good. So
Right.
I'm excited for the next episode because
I am excited. For
it says
that
they're
one.
going to meet Konata's dad, which there's been a lot of setup for Konata's dad, especially when like in this episode they're like, where did you get all like your games or whatever? And it's like, oh, my dad buys them for me.
Right.
So
That's gonna be funny. And plus, just the episode preview just looks like
Yeah.
a classic
Yeah.
like isekai
looks
protagonist
epic.
guy.
Yeah.
So I'm like, what is gonna go on?
So excited for the next episode.
That's
But
gonna be
it was
fun.
a decent episode. Like, even the worst episodes of Lucky Star are just like entertaining.
I was laughing
in their own way. Yeah.
It was good. Even the Lucky Channel felt like
The Lucky Channel, I liked it.
I didn't like dislike it, but it just felt normal.
It was a little bit different than normal because she wasn't freaking out as much.
Right.
Like, they actually had a conversation go back and forth.
She did throw the ashtray.
It felt like the manager got after her.
Yeah, that's
I like
what it
that.
felt like.
Yeah,
That's
that
what I
is what
like.
it felt like. Like, she was being too mean to him. And
Like
then
maybe the kick went too far.
Yeah.
I think like it was even hinted at when she was talking about how the manager was calling him over and stuff.
the Lucky
Oh,
chart was
right,
probably the funniest part. The part where she just like grabs that ashtray and throws it at him. And he's just like, "Where did you even get that from?" And then
she pulls out the flowers in the racquetball
and
tournament
it's
things.
like just in case any fans come. Like, it actually felt like they had some dynamic instead of her just like hating on him the whole time, which was
Right.
fun. I love the thing where it's like, and then you like blink your eyes like this in case they actually come, like you're surprised, and you get the picture and her eyes just like barely opened. That was hilarious. Like,
That
she's
was
trying to
great.
pose perfect for the camera, and he somehow still takes a picture that's like the worst possible picture.
So
that was
that
great.
was a mediocre episode.
The ending, I also wanted to mention because I noticed this. After like the card drops down and then they keep having their conversation for Lucky Channel.
That went on forever.
That part sounded like it wasn't them recording. It sounded like they were just having a normal conversation.
yeah.
Like, from what I've heard in like actual Japanese people speaking and like online and stuff and like doing Japanese lessons, that's how the conversations sound. They don't sound like how they sound in anime,
Yeah.
where everyone is like, timing and everything's part of it. They just kind of like keep going. It's
Yeah.
kind of like Spanish where it doesn't feel like they stop like sentences. Like in
Right.
English we have like, and then this is the end of this sentence, this is the end of this sentence. Like every period you like take a breath.
Right.
In Japanese and like Spanish, it doesn't seem they do that as much. They kind of just like flow all the way through. And they'll keep talking. And I think part of it in Japanese is like to show that you're paying attention. So they'll say things just like so when you're like talking about something.
Yep.
So with that going on, it felt like a real conversation when they're going back and forth. And it didn't sound like they were voice acting where they were changing their voices. It kind of felt like they were just in the booth like talking about something. And I was
Honestly?
like, this is weird.
I agree with you, but the only reason I agree with you is that I couldn't read the subtitles.
Yeah.
They were going
They
too fast.
were going super fast.
Like you were saying,
I
it
don't
just
even
felt like they were
remember what
talking,
they were
and I'm like,
talking about, but they were just like going back and forth.
They were
and it was
talking
like-
about the photo shoot. So it was pretty much okay, so
I
the
got
show's
the gist
over
of
now,
that.
so
Right,
now we're
yeah.
gonna talk about what happened the other day.
yeah.
So they
Right.
were basically just talking to each other.
Yeah. So,
So it did feel very real.
Yeah.
But I just couldn't read it. Like I got the photo part, and like everything else, I was like, they're going too fast.
Yeah.
I can't keep up.
So that was kind of cool.
That was
But
cool. I'm excited for the next episode.
Yes, me too.
But yeah, besides for that, I don't have much to say.
Yeah.
What about you, Pyrolus?
I liked it. It felt like they were not I wouldn't say going back to the roots, it felt like a normal day in the life. Like
Yeah.
how they
Yeah.
because you mentioned repeating, but you kind of just we repeat things all the time. We might have had
Yeah.
the same conversation 20 times, but because it's back up on our mind, we're talking about it again.
That's a good point.
So I really like the aspect that they're going back over something
Yeah.
that they've talked about before.
Yeah.
That's actually a really good point. Like, yeah, that brings up the realism of the show,
Mhm.
actually. So
And it shows like how real the characters are.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That they're like very true to whatever they're doing and talking about. and
nice,
stuff.
good point. Good
So
point.
they're
So, yeah.
really building up the characters pretty well,
Yeah.
in my opinion.
I do
Cool.
like it.
Yeah, I
good.
liked it. Thumbs up.
Every
Thumbs up.
episode's been good.
Yeah.
Five
they're just
luckies.
entertaining in their own weird, quirky way.
I know it's fun. All right, well, with that, I think we're gonna end it. We're done. Everything's done. Everything's said.
Let's go.
We might get sued. It's all good.
Yay.
Oh, good enthusiasm.
Me and him are the workers. You're the one getting sued.
Yeah.
I know.
We don't own any part of this. The
Heck
CERN
yeah.
guy can take the fall.
Yeah,
Yeah.
where is he? We moved, and I haven't seen him since.
He's been creeping around. Every now and then he'll knock on the windows.
Is that what I hear at
Yes,
night? Oh,
that is what you hear
that's
at night.
terrifying.
He's hiding behind that freaky bunny thing you have in your house.
He keeps on
That's my
trying.
grandmother's piggy bank. Thank you very much.
It's freaky.
It is terrifying. Why do you think it's up there?
I think because I put it up there.
You did put it up there.
He keeps on trying to like hire me into CERN still. Ever since I did the one episode with you guys over on Look Behind You.
Oh, that's right.
So ever since then, he's been trying to hire me because
That's literally been 1 week ago.
yeah.
Dang.
Every single day, I get letters from him. I don't know how he sends them that
Letters.
fast. Yes, letters.
Once a day.
Once a day.
Wow.
Not even emails, full on letters.
Like, you
Dang.
think he's like going back in time to do this?
I don't know. All I know is it feels like he might attempt to chain me up to the giant hadron collider at some point and make me do what I do.
Make you do what you do. All
Well,
right,
you know, you don't
interesting.
have to send letters to Baka-Talk to get information to us. You can just email us at
Please just
askbakatalk
email
at
us.
gmail.com.
And you know what? You could also just go to Twitter and go to Talk Baka. There you can just kind of comment on whatever you see, or you can just like add us. And
Yeah.
There you go. You can talk to us through there.
What are you looking at me for?
You're tapping on your phone.
Yeah.
What Saul?
I don't know.
What were you doing on your phone?
I was just tapping.
Oh, okay.
Maybe he was checking out, like...
You know what? You could tap on your phone. You could go to YouTube at Baka-Talk Studios and you could type in a comment.
Well,
on any of our videos.
While you're there, you can also like the video, subscribe, and hit the notification bell.
this is too much brain work for me.
Also, check out the Steins Gate playthrough, because that's exclusive to the YouTube channel.
Right.
Doing
As
that
well
again Saturday.
as the next Steins Gate playthrough episode should be up by... So you guys are going to listen to this episode Monday. So it should be up by Saturday.
Ooh.
So you listen to it Monday, you should be able to see the next playthrough on Saturday. So that
Let's
should be
go.
fun.
It'll be great.
Just enough time to watch the episode, the first episode.
Yes.
So yeah, hey Pyrolis.
Yeah.
Where can they find the podcast?
They can find the podcast. Well, just Google Baka-Talk. You can find us on Spotify. Apparently, Apple Podcasts, where most of you losers listen to us. I don't know why anyone owns an Apple anymore, like Wee's over there. But apparently, that's where most of y'all listen to us, Apple Podcasts. So I guess that's all right. But go to Spotify or something better.
Okay.
Nice.
Cool.
But yeah, you can go to anchor.fm/Baka-Talk.
As well as you can go to that weird site called iTunes and leave us a review. That would be great
Yes,
as well.
give us a 5 or more star
I
review.
like how I just trashed the Apple Podcast thing over there trying to get them to use it.
Hey, I am a shameless
Hey, even if
podcaster.
He just likes the green.
even if you don't use Apple Podcast, if you have like a way to get on Apple Podcast, you could still leave us a review.
Yeah.
Tell us how good
It's
we
the
are.
green.
Or you could just go to this another site called Podchaser. Look up Baka-Talk and give us a review that way.
Very nice.
All right, well, with that, I think we're all done.
That's it for us.
I have been Sir Boom. You can find me personally at Twitter.
Personally?
I am mixing up my words.
Very personal.
You can find me, Sir Boom, at Twitter. No, on Twitter, using the words at Sir Boom 9.
Oh, you're at Twitter? You're the official Twitter
My
account of
goodness.
Twitter? Dang.
My dyslexia kicked
He's
in
big.
real bad. Anyways, yeah, you can find me there.
You can find me on Twitter at KBW Author, and my YouTube channel is just KBW.
Wrestling.
Not wrestling.
You can find Pyrolis at Pyrolis2 on Twitter.
Yeah, you can find me there.
Also,
fact.
look behind you again, because
Yes, you can find me personally,
what?
and you can find Pyrolis in the latest episode that is not yet released, but will be released by the time this episode's released. Yeah,
yeah,
look behind you.
Pyrolis is on Look Behind You.
I'm
the
on it?
only
I'm
one.
on a chair.
I'm the
You
only
sat
one.
on it. It was uncomfortable.
I'm the only
That's
one
fine, I'm
who
stroking
who
you.
hasn't made it on Look Behind You.
You get your
I'm so
chance.
left out.
You had to be like either possessed by a demon, haunted by a ghost, or punched by Bigfoot,
I'll work on that.
I travel
or
through
touched
space.
by CERN.
What if I,
I
did
travel
all
through
those
space
things?
and time.
What?
What if I do all those things?
We will get you into therapy.
Let's go.
Or you can also be probed by aliens, but I don't
Ooh.
suggest it.
I am technically an alien. I can probe you.
It might be worth it to get on the biggest podcast in the world.
All right, there we go.
Or the only podcast he listens to.
No, I listened to like a few others,
Like 2.
like 3 maybe.
All right, well, I think we're all done for
One of
tonight.
them he listens to twice.
Yeah.
Therefore, it's 3.
All right, you hooligans. We'll see you all later.
Jam meow.
Have a good evening and good night.
Jam meow.
And yeah,
Meow.
Il sai kangaroo.
see you all later.
Jam meow.